more, both in the workplace and in our lives. The topic is to aspire for more always. So that's what we are going to talk about today. And I wanted to start by introducing what that means according to me, how I understand that. And I'll be inviting anyone who has something to add, or maybe, to share what they understand by that and how that can be achieved. So aspiring for more could mean, according to me, that means really always wanting to do more, yeah. And by more, that means you are not just doing what is expected by anyone. What is the basic for anyone to do? May it be in your work, may it be in your, life goals or personal life goals or work goals, yeah. So this for me means that you actually make sure that in everything you do, you exceed the expectations, or you exceed what is expected by the normal person, yeah. So that means you're actually achieving the goals that you set for yourself or for the company or whatever responsibilities have been allocated to you or entrusted to you. But you are reaching them, yes, but especially exceeding them to the best of your ability, yeah. That means you're doing what you are really able to do to go beyond what is expected of you. We are not talking about doing the impossible, although I believe in anything being impossible, but sometimes, of course, you cannot really force yourself to do so much more than, what you are able to do physically, emotionally, or mentally. So for me, this just means that you are able to actually utilize all the resources that you have at your disposition. Whatever you have with you, you maximize and you use those resources that you have to achieve the goals you have set for yourself, and especially to exceed them, to meet expectations to the highest level possible. So that is what I understand by aspiring for more. So I'm looking at a situation where you're working with a client and you know what they expect from you, you know what their demands are, and yes, you are able, you have solutions to actually address these demands or concerns they have, and you have these solutions with you, and then you go ahead to meeting these demands, but you go just a little bit, always a little bit extra mile to actually exceed these expectations, to actually provide it even better solutions that really impresses this client, for them to trust you more, to always come back for more, because they know you can not only achieve the goals or meet their demands, but you are able to do a little bit more, always just a little bit more for them, to keep that relationship going and stronger each day. So so aspiring for more at the workplace, I think that's how it could that's how it could look like. And in your own lives, in your own personal lives, it could also mean, whatever aspiration you have for yourself, whatever ambitions you have for yourself, for the future, for now, what are you doing every day to meet those goals you have for yourself? What are you doing with what you have now? Especially, are you actually utilizing all the resources that you have around you now to meet those goals you have for yourself? And not be distracted or always waiting for when you have so much more to do bigger things, but just using what you have now, and especially being that determined to really reach that goal you have, and especially doing more than what is expected. Yeah, so thank you for listening, and I would be inviting anyone else who has something to add. Thank you.
Morning, everyone.
Good morning, Sepide.
Yeah, thank you, Letty. I just want to add to what you were saying, that I think it's all about setting ambitious goals. Yeah, like what you were saying, that don't just do things that you are capable of. Always want more, and set ambitious goals in your personal life, and also in your professional life. And I think what is important here is that you always be open to experience more, open and to be experience different opportunities, and you'll be open to challenges and accept life challenges in your professional life, in your relationship, and also I think having a healthy work-life balance is really important here. That I think it helps you to proceed to your goals, and more than that. That's my take. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sepide. Thank you for that contribution. And yes,
Of course,
yes, you have just really, complimented what I just said,
yeah.
and I really appreciate that. I think Noah who is going to add something on that. Thank you.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. So, for me, I do believe for us to aspire for more at the workplace and in life, I believe we have what we call for me, what I normally look at, I have what I call the 5 P's, which says proper planning prevent poor performance. For us to aspire for more, it means that we have planned for more. Because if you plan yourself, it's all about you planning yourself well and trying to achieve whatever thing you want to achieve. Because all about you aspiring for more also can, let me say, take cognizance of how you can set clear and realistic goals in your life, because you need to define your why. By you defining your why, I believe it can help you. And after you defining your why, you can also set your goals, how to achieve this your why. So it's very, very important. Another thing again, for you to aspire for more within the workplace, it's about your learning. How do you embrace learning? The world is evolving, and each and every day we are having different tools that are coming up, different learning environment, different way for us to do learning. Initially, or let me say way back, people were just doing this kind of face-to-face learning. But now you just need to have something. You just need to have money. Then you do a subscription to what any other learning platform or learning provider that you want to learn from. So you see, that's why it's very important. So it's like by you invest in yourself in terms of improving, invest in knowledge, in gaining knowledge, or invest in learning, so that you can be able to understand, or for you to stay updated in whatever thing you are doing. Another thing again, if you want to, is about you networking with your colleague. Try to network with your co-workers. Try to build that strong relationship. I believe if you build a strong network, you can be able to aspire for more. But how can you build a strong network? By you seeing someone like you. We have so many professionals out there that are on LinkedIn. This kind of professional website, connect with them, so it's like you building a network. So I believe if you see someone, that can enable you also to aspire for more. Oh, I want to be like this person. I want to, so you are aspiring to do more. And then like how Sepede mentioned, it's about you being open. You need to have a positive mindset. All about openness is about you being positive. You think out of the box. You kind of you see setbacks as opportunities. So that will help you to do more in life. And another thing again is you about your proactiveness. Yeah, how are you proactive in doing tasks, in doing things? So you see, it's very, very important. So for me, these are my own take on this topic. Thank you.
Thank you, Noah, for that contribution. And yes, as you have said, always having your why in mind in every time you're working towards the goals and trying to achieve more, have a why, so that you can have a good plan in place that will help you to move steadily towards those ambitions that you have. Yeah. So yes, that's a good point that I've noted, and thank you so much for that contribution. I will invite anyone else who has something to add, maybe, or something to just complement what we have already said so far. Yeah, you're welcome.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Jessica. Thank you.
Yeah, to just add on what you guys have said, I personally agree with Sepide. I also think that you aspiring has to come from within, because if you do not believe in yourself, if you always rely on others to say positive things about you for you to aspire better, then it will definitely affect you emotionally and mentally. So I think it is very important for us to take care of ourselves. It is also important for you to consider the opinions of others and respect their judgment, but it is also good for you to have limitations wherein you know if this person is saying maybe a negative thing, you can either take it in the light of you saying, okay, I'm going to jot this down, take note of this, and I'm going to work on myself and change it. Or you can just ponder on that thing to the extent that it brings you down and makes you depressed. And that would not inspire you or motivate you in any way. So I think protecting and managing our mental and emotional state is quite important in aspiring. Secondly, I also think that it is very important for us, as Noah said, to plan and have aspiration. We should also know that aspiring for something changes, because we're human, we tend to change our needs and our wants. So it's very important, if we're aspiring, to take note of that thing and work on it, and also feel the need that if it does change, maybe you are pursuing it and then you feel like it is not meant for you, or you feel like this is not me, I'm being pulled in another area. It's very important for you to take that decision and feel confident in it and pursue what you want, because we are human and we tend to change. But I also think that one of the things that we should also take note of is that you aspiring for the future doesn't permit you to not live in the moment and enjoy the wins and take note of your failures, because sometimes we only focus on, oh, in the future I want this, but are you taking steps to achieve that thing? Or what are you putting in place, what measures are you putting in place to achieve whatever you're aspiring for? And sometimes we also focus on the things we want to achieve so much that we do not concentrate on what we have won or what we have with us right now, which also makes us lose what we have. So I think in aspiring, managing your mental state, planning, and just be accepting of what comes and be willing to enjoy your wins and take note and correct your failures is quite important. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Jessica. Thank you. I really like the aspect of the emotional aspect of it, controlling and knowing the state in which you are to avoid, being overwhelmed as if because now you need to work so hard and all that. So I really appreciate that notion that you have added to our discussion this morning. Thank you so much for that. I will invite anyone else who has something to add. Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning, Jali.
Yes, I want to look at it in another angle, and that is to say, in all of this, challenge is very key, in the sense you should be able to challenge yourself, because when you set those goals, you're asking yourself the question, the why comes in, they have, you should be able to challenge yourself. Challenging yourself, in the midst of it, you should consider that people that have made it in life or are successful in their careers, in what they do, along the line they failed. But failing doesn't mean they should discourage on their dreams or shouldn't carry on with what they want to do or not believing in it. So in as much as you fail, you learn from those failures, pick up your broken pieces and run along. So I think challenging yourself is a key factor. Another thing is you also you ask yourself the question, who do I admire? You should have an admirer, a role model. And you start to challenge yourself or think, how did he or she did what he has done? How did he go about it? What should I do to get to that place or do better or do more? So I think you should have something again that you look at, the person that you admire. Okay, you might be, let's take for instance, we're in an accounting field. Somebody will come in our midst here who is not an accountant, but because of the way we do things, because of what they see, they think, oh, I wanted to be this. I've been thinking about it. Look at what is happening here. Because of what we are doing can challenge that person to become what they want to be. So I think looking up to somebody, having a role model is important. And also having a mentor, it's also a key factor in all of this. I can aspire, but then I need somebody to pattern me. I need somebody to lead me. I need somebody to help me do it. I might know one side of it, but then I don't know another side of it. If there is no mentor that will tell me, oh, A, B, C, D, or do it this way, go this side. Sometimes it is hard to achieve those goals. So for me, I think challenging yourself to do what you want to do or become what you want to become, aspiring for more, you need to challenge yourself. You need to have a role model. You also have to have a mentor in all of it. Those, bits and pieces put together can aspire you. You can have that challenge. You can have a methodology. You can have a pattern to do it. You can, you can learn from their mistakes. You can, be open up to critique. You be ready to fail to succeed. You have to fail to succeed. You cannot, if you ask people that have, been in some industry for so many years, they will tell you their challenges. They will tell you, when I started, in fact, this time to this time, nothing was working. In fact, I was discouraged. They must have a story. So from those stories is what you learn from and pick up from there and run with whatever you're aspiring, whatever your goals are, whatever your dreams are, you run with it. So that's my tip.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you so much, Jelly, for that contribution. Wow. I think it's something really important for us to also, take with us today. Actually, having someone you're looking up to, having a mentor that you can always check and learn from and know how to acquire whatever knowledge that you've always admired from them, and having someone to hold your hand, to walk with you, to walk with you towards the person that you desire to be in the future and all that. So yeah, I think that's really important to also note and keep in mind for anyone who wants to aspire to be better, to be bigger, or to be more in the future. So thank you so much, Jelly, for that contribution. It's much appreciated. Yes. Is there anyone else with something to add today before we can probably close this session, feel free to go ahead. Okay, I guess the silence means that we are good. We are all good now, and we have all said and learned something new today that could help us to go through the day. And thank you, everyone. Thank you for your contributions. Thank you for
Ale.
that.